Hello fellow ladies and gentlemen of TPF and every other awesome gaming community, and welcome to this episode Stories of TPF. Today I'm not gonna talk about anyone or interview anyone. This is gonna be kind of a vlog because today's episode is about me. I started to play Team Fortress 2 the first time back in May 2014. I hopped onto a server, chose Spy, and, well, got instantly dominated by a seasoned Pyro and NG combo. Because, well, I was a newbie, and they were not. End of story. After I got dominated like that, I just instantly quit the game again. And a couple months later, I returned after getting a recommendation by a friend of mine that happened to be cosplaying Scout a lot. So, improving a bit on my spy skill, I decided, you know what? Let's hop onto a CP Steel server with my girlfriend at the time, and on that Steel server, we met, funnily enough, a fan of my girlfriend's artwork at the time. The girl's name was Devil Kid, and she was an NG main that I just could not beat, however hard I tried. Well, it just so happened to turn out that we'd be playing a lot with each other, and she turned to switch her main to Medic, and she basically became my most trusted companion in Team Fortress 2. The person I'd always play with, even more than with my girlfriend. One day we entered a community server called Darsek. It runs custom maps, which is extremely fun to play on. On that server we met two guys. A scout main named Dutch LM and a medic main named German Peter. German Peter is one of the most friendly and most funny medic mains and medic YouTubers, by the way, that I've ever met. And Dutch LM, he was an extraordinarily good scout, and he happened to introduce us to lobbies. Obviously, on our first lobby, we instantly got crashed, like no mercy. But Devil and I, we decided we would create a team of our own. And when one of the Dursek regulars complained that she just got ditched by her own team, we decided that we wanted to create a team that would not work like this, that would not just ditch its members for for any reason other than them ditching us. We wanted a team that shows loyalty, that shows friendship and comradeship. So we wanted a team that is built from people that we can call lights in the night of life. So the idea, Lucis Nocturnus, Lights of the Night, was born. We founded Luno. We managed to recruit a couple people. A sniper called Sir Cyber Sniper, a soldier / heavy main. Moonbro, that was you. Thanks again for standing by my side all this time. And same goes to you, Digger, who we recruited initially as an NG main. Cyber Sniper left the game for a while for personal reasons, and a few months later, around Gunmetal, Devil Kid stopped playing Team Fortress 2. She wouldn't find any joy in gaming whatsoever anymore. And she left her medic items with me as a promise that she'd either come to return and just get them back to play at my side once again, by my side, or as basically to get them back when she decides that she'd quit forever, so she'd at least have something to remember. Well, so around gunmetal, Devil Kid left, but even so, I decided I'd wield the Luno tag. Though without her, I quickly went frustrated, and I don't know, I almost turned into just a pub stomping shadow of what I could have been. Like, it didn't feel right. It felt like I lost my purpose, like I lost my resolve to actually build a team without her. That was when Mr. Paladin, even though he doesn't realize that he did, but he threw me a saving anchor by releasing the video about TPF. When I saw the video, I knew I had to join this group to try and find a new purpose again for myself. And I instantly got welcomed into the group by a couple regulars that were on there. Well, one of them is now a regular, but my first day was his first day. I was welcomed into the group when I first joined Mumble by Mr. Extraordinary, Canadai, and Wolfsbane. And this is Chris, a couple days later, forwarded me to Mint, and that made me become one of the first server admins for the Euro server. Without you guys, I might not be where I am today. I might not have gone so deep into the TPF community. For that, I want to thank you all. So yeah, today we're at the status quo of me being one of TPF's officers, and that only because of the help of the community. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that all of you in the community show that you have a voice, and that I can be kind of a symbol of that. So yeah, thank you all. This was my backstory. Alright, as we just heard my backstory, now usually it would be the interview time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in some questions that are a bit likely to be, asked. If I miss out anything that you think I should have answered, any question that you still have, feel free to dish them out into the comment section, and I'll try and answer them if you want. So, starting ahead, my real name is Thomas Baumann. My birthday, I'm born on the 23rd of August 1995, which means that I'm at this point 20 years old. I'm from Germany, Bavaria precisely spoken, and I'm working as a nurse apprentice, which means that I both work and go to school and earn money. My main class, as well you all know, is the spy, and and what makes me play spy, what makes me enjoy it a lot, is the fact that it's a thrill you have. It's a thrill because, first of all, you are alone behind the enemy lines, and without your team you can't do much at the same time. So you're both working alone and with your team. You're basically exploiting the enemy by using advantages that your team gives you, and the spy also needs you to be able to read an enemy's mind, kind of, by or at least predict on how they're gonna move, when they're gonna retreat, and that kind of stuff. So if you manage to do that, then you're basically golden when playing a spy. My main subclass, that's the soldier at the moment, and maybe pyro and scout, because if I cannot play spy without hurting the team, I'll play soldier in order to get that bit more of bulk, or if we get enough bulk but still too many spies, I'm gonna be taking the scout if we need someone to pick enemies off, or the pyro if we need someone else to be, someone to be spy checking, someone to be trying to help the defense, that kind of stuff. Plans regarding TF2, TPF, or TPF for me would be, I want to see the community grow even more. You've grown to be an awesome group at this point, and I'm happy to have seen that. Also, I'm glad that all of you except me, basically. When I first joined TPF, I was kind of scared that I'd just be someone who's just there and that's it, but turned out different, I guess. Yeah, what else? A couple questions that a friend of mine threw together. What do you want to do in the future in terms of YouTube and gaming? That question is pretty easily answered. In terms of YouTube, I just want to keep going. I want to see what ideas can I get, and how can I actually make those ideas come true. I'm kind of thrilled of the idea of just improving a bit and thus also expressing myself. And in terms of gaming, what I want to do in the future, keep going in TPF, improve on my spy gameplay, on my overall gameplay though, to be quite honest, because recently I started playing the other classes a lot more. Next one, what did I feel like to be promoted to Officer of TPF, or to be nominated in the first place? Alright, I tell you, I almost fainted from surprise and just oh my god, you didn't, this is not happening, oh my god, I ain't deserving, hashtag Fenrir.exe stopped working, seriously, and the fact that I actually got that promotion in the end, and I'm now one of the leaders of TPF. Oh my god, alright? Oh my god, it's just, I wasn't able to comprehend it properly, and then I realized I got nominated and promoted by vote of the community. By vote of mass, without even asking anyone for it. This showed that the community has a voice, and that is the exact way I like to just that makes me glad, alright? That makes me kind of a symbol of TPF's community being strong, and I love that. What are my spy tips? What do you think makes a good spy? I think, first of all, one mistake a lot of spies make on pubs, or not even mistakes, I mean if it works for them, then it's good, but a lot of spies focus too much on trick stabs. Trick stabs are usually your ace up your sleeve, the thing that gets you out of a sticky situation if everything else fails. The thing is, spies that trick stab a lot basically force the everything else fails so they can do a trick stab and feel good about it. This hurts your gameplay. What you want to do as a spy is not getting caught in the first place and get a proper backstab. What you need to do is try and be more subtle. What you need to do is also learn that you've got a revolver. The thing kicks ass. So yeah, I think that if you are playing aggressive and strategically or subtle, depending on situation, then that makes you a good spy. If you're not purely subtle, if you're not so subtle to a point where you don't trust yourself to go in because you could get caught, that is gonna hurt your gameplay because you're not doing anything. Same with being too aggressive, as it gets you killed a lot. So you need to be able to decide when to deploy what kind of style. Next question would be, what is your motto, or what saying do you live by? My motto is, there is no fate in life. There is no path that has been preset for us. All of us carve out our own fate. We create our own purpose. That makes us the writers of our own story. That gives us possibilities to unfold that story. And that is why my saying is, if I am writing my own story, then hell, I want to write the best story. I want to be the best protagonist I can be in this story. That is my saying. How did I get the idea for Stories of TPF? That is also a good question, thanks for that. How I got the idea was, when I got into TPF and got accepted into the community for the first time, I was like, those are awesome people, and but they're not expressing themselves a lot, or they don't get the chance, so I wanted to give them a way to express themselves, and thus the idea of Stories of TPF was born. I mean, I had a YouTube channel, I haven't been using it at all, so I decided, you know what, let's just use that and actually get stuff done. And after introducing that idea to the community, I instantly got a lot of offers from people to help me. So thanks to that, to Speedy Gunner, to Dead Hill, to Blaze, and to you, Naixin. So yeah, and thanks to you all for watching this, because you that way allow the people that I interview to express themselves. So yeah, that's that. I guess this about sums up today's vlog. I wish you all an awesome day, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, Stories of TPF. Hey everyone, and looky here, we're on a new end card. So this is gonna be the ending from now on. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this Stories of TPF episode. This time, me talking about myself. Some people already asked when that would come out, so there you go. Over here, you can see the other Stories of TPF, as well as me playing Cards Against Humanity with my team Luno. That's pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say right now, right here. So, everyone, have a nice time. Stay awesome. I know you will. Bye.